Singapore-based firm MyHero is the company behind the mobile stock market simulation app TradeHero. It's a free app which draws on real-world stock market information. Now, the company has recently secured $10 million in funding from venture capitalists KPCB China and IPV Capital. And I spoke to its CEO and founder, Dinesh Bhatia, earlier, and I asked about the objective of using real-world stock market information to create stock market games.
I think it serves a dual purpose. It's very much a stock market. It's very much a financial literacy tool, and it's a trading tip platform for users. It really is to allow people on Main Street to get some sort of an advantage over, other people with more privileged information.
Top finance apps are considered to provide real-time market information, financial tips, or the ones that help make instant online trades. Now, what makes a stock game in particular so popular?
We have a user community who have validated trades. So reputation is very, very important when you give advice. In fact, it's one of the prerequisites of giving advice, even in real life. We depend on people, that have a better reputation before we listen to advice that they give. And what TradeHero does is it validates users' trades, gives them a ranking based on ROI, and then you are more inclined to follow the leaders in this online social community. We've gamified the entire experience, so you have the leaderboards, you feel like you want to, beat someone else, or you want to be better than your Facebook friends. Buying and selling stocks is very, very easy. Following other people in the community is very easy. We've just made it a very pleasant experience.
This funding that you've just received, it will certainly help to expand the portfolio of other products that your company might be developing. What are some of those other products in the pipeline?
Well, we're working with Macquarie now in Singapore. We have a live warrants contest. So we're trying to bring the exposure of warrants up in the Singapore market. We can do that with any financial instrument in any market. And we will be introducing other financial products that retail investors are used to, such as FX and other products along that line.
There are several government initiatives to promote tech entrepreneurship in Singapore. Vicky being bought over by Rakuten just a few weeks earlier. Now TradeHero. How do you see the Singapore tech startup scene coming up?
I think the Singapore startup scene, I see a massive resurgence. I was actually involved in the Singapore startup scene some time ago. It reminds me a little bit of that. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot more talent in people. There's people that are coming here and actually using this as a base to access Asia and globally. The government is being very, very supportive about what's going on here. There are lots of schemes and grants to actually take advantage of if you are in the online space. The only thing is that I guess, a lot of the grants and schemes work for up to about $500,000. If you really want to take a rider onto the next level, you need to start to look at VCs properly, and more internationally. I feel like the appetite for VCs in Singapore doesn't really cross the $500,000 barrier.
No, despite unique and creative concepts all coming up on the market, lots of tech startups are unable to secure venture capital funding. Now, as someone who has secured this VC funding, what's your unsolicited advice here?
VCs really look at three things when they look at investors. They see hundreds, if not thousands, of investors. A lot of entrepreneurs. A lot of companies fail as well. They look at people, they look at product, and they look at projections. If you just think you have a great product, but you're a one-man team, then there is a risk there because you're not going to be able to execute. If there's a product and you haven't thought through a projection model, then you're not showing your thought processes. Obviously, along the way, lots of startups pivot. So I think if you focus on people, product, and projections, and you take that very, very seriously, and you have a little bit of showing, even with limited resources, a much smaller amount of money, that your model can scale if you were given more resources, that's what impresses VCs. So you really have to hit that trifecta.
Dinesh.